Today we're using the CROSSBAR XMG here in Black Ops 6. Today I made an overpowered class up that you guys can dominate lobbies with. Let's get right into the attachments. For my first attachment, for my muzzle, I had the monolithic suppressor. This is going to make sure whenever you do shoot, your red dot won't pop up on the radar. It's also going to give you 2 ticks of bullet velocity and then 2 ticks of damage range. I personally love this attachment because it's going to make sure whenever you do streak, it's going to be a lot easier because your red dot isn't popping up on the radar. Your bullets are going to be connecting a lot faster, as well as your damage range is going to be increased as well, so make sure you guys have this on. You guys can see with the stats, we're getting 20% to the bullet velocity, and then the damage at effective range is 67.1, and the damage on that is 29, and then the damage beyond range is 67.1, and the damage on that is 22. For my next attachment, for my barrel, I had the reinforced barrel, and this is going to give you 3 ticks of damage range and then 2 ticks of bullet velocity. I personally love this attachment because the damage range is going to increase your damage at those longer ranges, so that way your gun doesn't feel weak, and then the bullet velocity is going to make sure your bullets connect a lot faster, so make sure you guys have this on. You guys can see with the stats, we're getting 20% to the bullet velocity, the damage at effective range is 76.2, and the damage on that is 29, and then the damage beyond range is 76.2, and the damage on that is 22. For my next attachment, for my underbarrel, I had the crossbar attachment. This is going to give you the crossbar ADS, which is basically like a zoomed in hip fire type look. It's also going to give you 3 ticks of ADS speed, so you're going to be ADSing very fast, and then 2 ticks of aim walking movement speed. I do like this attachment, but I feel like this attachment sometimes is hit or miss. It really does depend on the map, and it really does play on your play style. You do want to stay up to like mid to close range. I wouldn't really stick to far range at all because it is going to be a little bit difficult with the bullets connecting, but make sure you guys have this on. You guys can see here with these stats, we're getting 19% to the ADS movement speed, 13% to the ADS speed, and 13% to the jump ADS speed. For my next attachment, for my magazine, I had the extended mag 2 just so you have a lot of ammo that you can use with the crossbar, mainly like shooting through stuff, not running out of ammo, and if you do, you just run back, hide, and then get back into action. For my next attachment, for my rear grip, I had the commando grip. This is going to give you 2 ticks of ADS speed, 2 ticks of jumping sprint to fire speed, 2 ticks of sprint to fire speed, and then 2 ticks of jumping ADS speed. I personally love this attachment a lot. It reminds me of the double quick draw attachment from BO4. You're going to have a very snappy ADS speed, very snappy sprint to fire speed, and whenever you do jump, those will increase as well, so make sure you guys have this on. For my next attachment, for my stock, I had the light stock, and this is going to give you 2 ticks of hip fire movement speed, 2 ticks of movement speed, and then 2 ticks of strafing movement speed. I personally love this attachment because it's going to give you the maximum amount of movement speed in the stock category. It's also going to give you a very good strafe speed, so make sure you guys have this on. You guys can see with these stats, we're getting 21% to the movement speed and then 41% to the crouch movement speed. For my next attachment, for my laser, I had the steady aim laser, and this is going to give you 3 ticks of hip fire spread. I personally feel like this is going to help out a lot with the crossbar attachment, so make sure you guys have this on. You guys can see here with these stats, we're getting 30% to the hip fire max spread. Finally, for the fire mods, I had the recoil springs, and this is going to give you 1 tick of horizontal recoil control and then 1 tick of vertical recoil control. I personally love this attachment because it's going to help out with the recoil control. It's going to help out with the gun kick control, so that way you're able to take those longer ranges or mid-range gunfights, like I said before, and your gun won't be shaking or having a really wonky recoil pattern. You guys can see here with these stats, we're getting 11% to the recoil gun kick control, 11% to the horizontal recoil control, and then 11% to the vertical recoil control. You guys can see here with these stats, we're getting 11% to the recoil gun kick control, 11% to the horizontal recoil control, and then 11% to the vertical recoil control. Here are all the perks on the screen for the wildcard. Make sure you guys are using Gunfighter so that way you guys can have all these attachments. Here are all the attachments on the screen with the stats. If you guys are new, make sure you guys like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace. Today, we're using the crossbar. Let's see who can do with this thing. You gotta go to this flag. Cap this. There we go. All right. Starting off the game real perfect with this shotgun to the face. Gotta love this game, right? Oh, no. I'm a dead body. Why are you shooting at me? I just want to cap the hill. That's it. Bye bye, B-boy. I don't know how this crossbar works. You know, I'm a little bit, it's a little foreign to me since I, you know, got good without a crossbar. I like this thing with it without it a little bit more. All right, maybe I like it now. You know, maybe it's not too bad. Maybe it's not too bad at all. And I got burned by the one geek 21. He's climbing up top. You're such a shack of crap. He's in our house. You know, he can stay in our house all he wants. We have yeah, don't go near that house because he has those traps everywhere. Yeah, you're gonna get killed again because he replenished it and then just went, alright. He's gonna keep running up here, so I'm just gonna throw my C4 down. Or my my bomb trap down. Yeah, probably because he's in a spawn. Like a good boy. Oh my god, there's no way the streak didn't help me out. I don't really like gunfighter classes all that much, just for the fact that you really can't have that many streaks. I feel like the high roller helps me out get my streaks faster.
Locking down Charlie.
No C. No C. Because that's gonna make the game go by too fast. We wanted to go by long so that we can get a lot of kills.
Enemy napalm strike incoming.
And am I? Alright, pistol. That's how we're gonna play this game.
CR incoming.
These kids do not know how to use score streaks. I mean, this might be their first time getting them. You really had one name token. You said, you know what? Screw being original. We're gonna do free Dirk. I think they should free Dirk and put you in there instead. The free Dirk kid. He's trying like a loser. Aim is shit. That's all I can say. Dude, I'm throwing my C4. You can't just like do a solid and go back to BO2 terms with the C4s with no little button press. Come on. I don't think it has to be that realistic. Oh, guess what? Our friend, the chick, is still up top with the shotgun. Keep in mind, this chick has 100,000 kills already. No, he's still up there. Waiting for a... This stupid loser thinks he's gonna beat us. I think I only need one more game after this. Oh, look at that! He just shot me too. Like, he has dual shotguns. He has shotguns as his primary and shotguns as his secondary. I literally pre-fired it and everything and still died. He had a flak jacket. Couldn't get in the door. No, I died. Or we need to push because streaks. Oh, of course, that's not our streaks. Yeah, I thought it was ours.
You just made a fatal mistake. Taking Bravo underway.
There's a guy on the left side.
Inbound. Securing B.
You know who Dirk is? You don't know Little Dirk? I was gonna say, if you didn't know him, I was gonna say you're so uncultured. Didn't know what Fringe was from BO3.
Securing B. B secured. Delinquent.
Once they find out who you are, you die.
Losing Bravo.
Player must play. It must be under
I can't wait until next week I get to record and I get to use some fun guns. Because right now I'm using the guns I really don't like. That's why I'm not really getting too many streaks, as you guys can notice. I mean, some of the weapons I was recording with, I did do pretty good, like the AK. Ladra's going to be a little bit of a bitch.
Taking Bravo underway. Locking down Bravo. We locked down. Losing Bravo. Hold the line, Crimson. This is ours to lose.
Operator establishing.
Okay. Oh, the game's almost over. We're Gucci. We won the game. That little nerd loser right here lost. If you guys are new, make sure you guys like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys next video. Peace.